foreground of spiritual life. Now we are going to paragraph number 8. What is in the paragraph number 8? These activities must be executed with patience, which means dharya. Now we are discussing dharya. One should not be impatient in Krishna consciousness. What it means? You may be chanting for 10 years, but you should not be, oh, too much time, nothing happened. No, you have to be patient. And Prabhupada is giving his personal example now. Indeed, Prabhupada is writing, indeed, this Krishna conscious movement was started single-handedly. And in the beginning, there was no response. But because we continued to execute our devotional activities with patience, this is Prabhupada's personal experience. We continued with patience, dharya. People gradually began to understand the importance of this movement. And now they are eagerly participating. One should not be impatient in discharging devotional service, but should take instruction from a spiritual master and execute them with patience, depending on the mercy of the Guru and Krishna. It means the next line must be, we must be confident that by the mercy of Guru and Krishna, we will be successful. And that is utshadharyam, nischay. So now will come nischay. There should be nischay now. Successful execution of Krishna consciousness activities require both patience and confidence, which means nischay. Nischay means confidence. So we have patient, and we should be confident that by mercy of Krishna and Guru and by the practice of devotional service, we will be successful. We should be confident. Now Prabhupada is giving example about both confidence and dharya. This is an example by Srila Prabhupada about both confidence and dharya. A newly married girl naturally expects offspring from her husband, but she cannot expect to have them immediately after marriage. It means she has to have patience. Of course, as soon as she is married, she can attempt to get a child, but she must surrender to her husband, confident, nischay, that her child will develop and be born in due time. Similarly, in devotional service, surrender means that one has to become confident. Surrender means one has to be confident that I have taken shelter of Guru and Krishna. Now I am sure I will be successful. Whatever happened, I will never give up chanting Hare Krishna. I think there is a verse, Deha jadi khanda khanda hoye, if my body may be cut pieces into pieces, but I will never stop chanting Hare Krishna. That is called nischay, or confident. Like Haridas Thakur, confident. He was chanting, even if somebody is beating, he never stopped. The devotees think, this is confidence. Devotee thinks, this is one of the 6 characteristic of surrender. Avashya rakhi be Krishna. Krishna will surely protect me and give me help for successful execution of devotional service. This should be our confidence. This is nischay. Because I have surrendered, now Krishna will definitely help me. Avashya Krishna rakhibo Krishna. This is called confidence, nischay. So now in the paragraph number 8 we have both nischay and dharya. paragraph number 9 is next topic coming. Tat tat karam pravartanat. As already explained, one should not be idle but should be very enthusiastic about executing the regulative principle, tat tat karam pravartanat. Regulative principles of devotional service. Now, neglect of regulative principle will destroy devotional service. What is this? Can somebody? It is nam agraha. Nam agraha. Neglect of regulative principle will destroy devotional service. This is nam agraha. Very good. In this Krishna conscious movement, again add into the list of Krishna conscious movement. In this Krishna conscious movement, there are 4 basic regulative principles: forbidding illicit sex, meat eating, gambling, and intoxication. A devotee must be very enthusiastic about following these principles. If one becomes slack in following any of them, his progress will certainly be checked. This is tat tat karam pravartanat. It means we don't follow the regulative principle, anyone, then our service will be, devotion service will be checked. Srila Rupa Goswami therefore recommend tat tat karma pravartanat. One must strictly follow the regulative principle of Vaidhi Bhakti. New word came. Vaidhi Bhakti. Vaidhi Bhakti means devotional service under rules and regulation of scripture and spiritual master. Vaidhi Sadhan Bhakti is a practice of devotional service under the rules and regulation of scripture and instruction of a spiritual master. That is the definition of Vaidhi Sadhan Bhakti. Okay, now Srila Prabhupada will discuss about this. In addition to these 4 prohibitions, yam. See the word yesterday we said prohibitions. These are 4 prohibitions. They are yam. There are positive regulative principles called niyam. If you have to remember always yam means Yamraj and name means Narayan. This is a formula. N for Narayan and Y for Yamraj. You don't follow, you go to Yamlok. You follow, you go to Narayan. And what is positive niyam? Such as daily chanting 16 rounds and japa mala beads. These regulatory activities must be faithfully performed with enthusiasm. So when we are discussing tat tat karam pravartanat, there is also enthusiasm added to it. This is called tat tat karam pravartanat, a varied engagement devotional service. Now Srila Prabhupada will give the whole list. Furthermore, in order to be successful in devotional service, one must give up association of undesired people. Now paragraph 10, Sangatyagat. Tat tat karam pravartanat over Sangatyagat. Okay? Furthermore, in order to be successful in devotional service, one must give up association of undesirable people. Who are undesirable people? This includes karmis, jnanis, yogis and other non-devotees. Who else? Once Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was asked by one of his householder devotee about the general principle of Vaishnavism as well as the general routine activities of a Vaishnava. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately replied, Asat sangatyag ei Vaishnava achar. So here is Sangatyagat, means which sang we should give up? Asat sang. Asant sang. Characteristically, a Vaishnava is one who gives up the association of worldly people or non-devotees. Srila Narottam Das Thakur has therefore recommended positive aspect. Tandera charana sevi bhakta saneva. One has to live in the company of the pure devotees and execute the regulative principle laid down by the previous Acharya. 6 Goswamis, Rup Sanatan Bhat Raghunath. Previous Acharya means this is actually a new topic, but here a hint is given, and that is Satovrti. If one lives in the association of devotees, there is a little chance of associating, or if one lives in the association of devotees, there is a little chance of associating with non-devotees. It means you will be saved from association of non-devotees. And now International Society again. The International Society for Krishna Consciousness is opening many centers just to invite people to live in the company of devotees and practice the regulative principle of devotional service, tat karma pravatana, for this purpose. Paragraph number 11. Devotional service means transcendental activities. On the transcendental platform, there is no contamination by 3 modes of material nature. This is called Vishuddha Sattva. Vishuddha Sattva means beyond 3 modes of material nature. And another word for Vishuddha Sattva is Vasudeva. Vasudeva. Sattvam Vishuddham Vasudeva Shabdyate. The pure godliness is called Vasudeva. When there is no tinge of passion or ignorance, that is called pure goodness. In this Krishna conscious movement, we require everyone to rise early in the morning by 4 o'clock and attend Mangalarti. Our morning is worship, and then read Srimad Bhagavatam, perform Kirtan, and so forth. Thus, we hold continuous activities in devotional service 24 hours daily. This is called Satovrti. This is called Satovrti. Or following in the footsteps of previous acharyas who expertly filled every moment of time with Krishna conscious activities. Now we are going to the paragraph number 12. So must be Anuvarti Tika now. If one sincerely follow the advice given in this verse by Srila Rupa Goswami, namely being enthusiastic, being confident, being patient, giving up association of unwanted people, following the regulative principles, and remaining in association of devotees, Satovrti, one is sure to advance in devotional service. In this regard, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur remarks that the cultivation of knowledge, now we are going to Anuvarti Tika. On page number 12, Anuvarti Tika. He remarks that the cultivation of knowledge by philosophical speculation and collection of mundane opulence, by advancement of fruitive activities and the desire for yoga siddhis, material perfection, are all contrary to the principle of devotion. Now what you have read, you know everything, but you cannot catch the point. Again, read on your own peacefully. Read it peacefully, then I am giving you a hint. Read the paragraph number 12, second portion in this regard. You read this? You read this carefully? Then you think of the definition of pure devotional service. What should not be in devotional service, that is written here. Can you say? Anya vilashita sunyam gyam karam adhyana vardam. This is what it is. Can you see this now? Can you see gyaan, karam and yoga adi is yoga? Can you see all this? What is the page number? 35. Page number 35. The first word in this regard, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. See, only language is different, same thing. Everybody is convinced it's the same thing? Anya bilashita sunyam, gram karamadi anavartam. These are the four things here, okay? One has to become thoroughly callous to such non-permanent activities and turn his intention instead to the regulatory principle of devotional service. And what is called regulatory principle of devotional service? Tat karam pranad. That is satovritti. One has to become thoroughly callous to such non-permanent activities and turn his intention instead to the regulatory principle of devotional service, definition of utsa. Now here is the definition of utsa, chapter 12, paragraph 12. According to Bhakta Bhagavad Gita, ya nisha sarvabhutanam tasyam jagrati sanyami yasyam jagrati bhutani sa nishya nisha pashyeto munehi. So there is a difference between the materialistic people and devotees. What is night for the devotees is a day for the materialistic people. What is a day for the devotees is a night for materialistic people. So they have a completely opposite goal. What is the night for all being is the time for awakening for self-control. And the time for awakening for all being is night for the introspect sage. This is the meaning. Engagement, devotional service of the Lord is the life and soul of living entity. Engagement in the devotional service of the Lord is the life and soul of the living entity. Paragraph number 13, 1-3. It is the desired goal and the perfection of life. It is desired goal and it is the perfection of life. One has to become confident about this, and one has to be confident that all activities other than devotional service, such as mental speculation, fruitive work and mystic endeavor, will never yield any enduring benefit. Definition of nischay. This is the definition of nischay according to Bhaktisiddhanta. Earlier was the definition of utsaha. Complete confidence in the path of devotional service will enable one to attain the desired goal, but attempting to follow other path will only succeed in making one restless. Definition of dharya. Complete confidence in the path of devotional service will enable one to attain his desired goal, dharya. But if he leaves the path, then he will become restless. Dharya. Definition of dharya. Same paragraph 13. In 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, it is stated, now here I will tell you, in your book, it is written 7th canto, that is wrong. Now you tell to the coordinator that these are not right. Quotation is not right. Translation is right. It's not 7th canto. This is 10th canto. See, this is the line. One must be calmly convinced that those who have given up devotional service to engage in this severe austerities for other purposes are not purified in their minds, despite their advanced austerities, because they have no information of transcendental loving service of the Lord. ऐसा ही लिखा है ना? ये सातवें स्कंद में नहीं है. It is further stated in the 10th canto. मैं बताता हूँ कहाँ है. Last night when I was reading, ये मेरे बुक में मैंने लिखा है. 10:2:32, पहली है 10:2:32 and next is 10:2:33. 10:2:32, 10:2:33. It's not 7th canto, it's 10th canto. Further stated in 10th canto, although mental speculation and fruitive actors may perform great austerities and penance, they still fall down because they do not have information about the lotus feet of the Lord. And these are the verses. This is the verse. Can you see here? Ye anyar vindaksha mukta maninas tvayaha asadbhavad abhishuddha buddhya arohya krishena paramam padam tata patanti adho anadrita yushmit angri. This is the first verse, which is 7th canto, first verse. And this is the second verse. तथा नते माधव तावका क्वचिद् भ्रशन्ति मार्गा त्वयि बद्धसुहृदा त्वया अभिगुप्तः विचरन्ति निर्भया विनायका अनिकल्पः मूर्धसो प्रभो. These are the two verses which everything is all right except 7th canto should be 10th canto. Is it okay? Correct in your book. Paragraph number 14. The devotees of the Lord, however, never fall down. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Konte prajnani name bhakta pranashyati. O son of Kunti, declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes. Paragraph number 15. Again in the Bhagavad Gita, 240, Krishna says, Neha vikaram naswasti prativyayo navidyate swalpamasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhaya. This is the translation. In this endeavor, there is no loss or diminution, and a little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. Paragraph number 16. Devotional service is so pure and perfect that once one has begun it, one is forcefully dragged to ultimate success. Forcefully dragged. This means you take 2 steps, Krishna will come 8 steps, and he will pull you. So devotional service is so pure and perfect. One has begun it, one is forcefully dragged to ultimate success. Sometimes a person will give up his ordinary materialistic engagement and out of sentiment take shelter of the lotus feet of Supreme Lord and thus begin the preliminary execution of devotional service. So out of sentiments. Even if such an immature devotee falls down, there is no loss on his part. This is from 1st canto of Bhagavatam. They are not quoted here, but they are from 1st canto of Bhagavatam. Narad is speaking this. And see the next, these are 2 verses together. On the other hand, what is the gain of one who executes the prescribed duties according to his varnan and ashram, but does not take to devotional service? These are the 2 verses. And I think in the 5th chapter, 1:5, there are 2 verses. Tyaktva, there is one word. Hare. Tyaktva swadharmam, right. These are the 2 verses. This is your studies purpose. You one Prabhupada is writing, it's quoting scripture. You write quote, Q for quote, and then write what is actually this. Okay? Although a fallen devotee may take his next birth in a low family, his devotional service will nonetheless resume from where it left off. Maharaj birth into the deer, no problem. Again Jad birth, but came back. Why? Because devotion service is ahituki apratihata. It is not the effect of any mundane cause, nor can it be terminated by any mundane cause, or permanently curtailed by any material interpretations. Therefore, devotee should be confident about his engagement and should not be very interested in activities of the karmis, jnanis and yogis. Definition of nischay. Again, you put together all these in a nischay. If somebody asks what is a nischay, then we have Bhaktisiddhanta has given Prabhupada's nischay and connect with and add to that the nischay by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. Paragraph number 17, I think last. There are certainly many good qualities among fruitive actors, philosophical, speculative and mystic yogis, but all good qualities automatically develop in the character of devotee. We should not think that they are very good. No, devotee can have all these good qualities, and there is a verse. No external endeavor is needed for devotee. Devotee will automatically develop all these qualities, as confirmed in 5:18:12. All the good qualities of the demigod progressively become manifest in one who has developed pure devotional service. Yasya Sri Bhakti Bhagavati Akinchana Sarvedha Sanasate Hosura. That is the verse. Because a devotee is not interested in any material activity, he does not become materially contaminated. He is immediately situated on the platform of transcendental life. However, one who engages in mundane activity, be he is a so-called gyani, yogi, karmi, philanthropist, nationalist, or whatever, cannot attain the highest stage of Mahatma. He remains Duratma, or kilpul-minded person. According to Bhagavad Gita 9:13, Mahatmanastu mam parat devim prakritim ashrita bhajate ananya manaso gyatva bhutadim avyayam. And this, according to Bhakti Siddhanta, is Satovarti. Definition of Satovarti according to Bhakti Siddhanta. Now, paragraph number 18. Since all the devotees of the Lord are under the protection of His supreme impotency, they should not deviate from the path of devotional service and take to the path of karmis, gyanis or yogis. This is called utsaha nishya dhairyat tat tat karma pravatnat, enthusiastically executing regular activity of devotional service with patience and confidence. In this way, one can advance in devotional service without hindrance. Hare Krishna. The end of the third verse. Hare Krishna. Now you have any question or comment? Any question or comment? Yes?
Devotional service so pure and perfect that once having begun, one is forcefully react to attain success. So, but Krishna said that he has some appearance bhajan.
What is that?
Krishna says in Gita, he has some appearance bhajan. But you said that if we step forward, toward Krishna, Krishna will Take 10 steps towards us.
I don't understand his question. What is he saying?
Prabhuji is quoting the verse from Gita.
I know, then?
He says that, but you said, or referring to here, that if we take 2 steps, Krishna takes 8 steps. But in Bhagavad Gita it is stated that however one approaches, I reciprocate accordingly. So how to understand these contradictory?
This verse is in which chapter? Fourth? Yeah, okay. And Neha Vikarmanaso is in second chapter. And second chapter is a summary of the whole Bhagavad Gita. And this Neha Vikarmanaso Stipidan Swalpam Siddhyat Trayate Mahato Bhayat. In the end will be Sarvdharman Paritya Mamekam Sharanam Varja. Just you take shelter of me, I will deliver you from all. So ultimately, Krishna, there's a progression in Gita. It is a talk between the two friends. As you progress, the depth increases. Nehabi Karma is at one level. But if you take to the devotional service, ye yathamam prapadanti is a gyaan. And Nehabi Karma is the devotion. So for gyaan is Krishna is all his hands up. As much as you come near, I will come. But for devotees, he is a small baby. He simply tries to have like this, the mother will carry him. So that is the difference. This is the verse for devotion, that is the verse for knowledge. There is a difference between the two. Because the same thing, you say, there is a one verse, Jnani Nam, in the 7th chapter, nobody is dear to me than Jnani. But this is for the Jnanis. But for devotees, Krishna says, even Balaram and Sankarshan, you, Uddhav, Lakshmi and myself not as dear to me as Uddhav, you are dear to me. So in Bhakti is a little different approach. So this is that verse is for in a Gyan section, and the Nehabukaramna, so this verse is in a Bhakti section. This topic is a Bhakti. This is the difference.
We were discussing about good fortune, and you mentioned it is the pious, devotional pious spirits that one has obtained. So my question is, we also talk about causeless mercy. Sometimes the word causeless mercy is used. So how do we understand?
That is only like a ordinary, that is like an honorary PhD degree. How many people get honorary PhD degree?
Very.
That is the only causeless mercy. That is called Kripa Siddha.
And that is not dependent on devotional pious spirits.
No.
Okay.
That is like Putana got liberation. It's not by her devotional activity. This is the causeless mercy on Putana. So that's called, say, there are sadhana siddha, there are nitya siddha and kripa siddha. Kripa siddhas are very rare. Hardly anybody like Putana, somehow Krishna delivered her for any reason. So that is a special causeless mercy. Maybe of some spiritual master, you will discuss in Nectar of Devotion about the Bhav Bhakti, how it comes, causeless mercy of the devotees, how Sukdev become devotee. So that it will come there. Nectar of Devotion, this will come.
What are the other demons like
What is?
What are the other demons like Kesi or who Krishna killed them? Adhasur, Bakasur.
All are delivered, but some went to the Brahma Jyoti. Mostly they go to the Brahma Jyoti. Only rare are given place in a spiritual world. You will, therefore, in a Nectar of Devotion, they will teach you merging in Brahma by Gyani or killed a demon by the Krishna have the same destination. So both are going to the same place in Brahma Jyoti. There's also a spiritual world. But like somebody is living at the bars of the town, somebody is living in the city, and somebody is living in the palace of the king. So devotees are living in the palace of the king. There's a difference between living in palace of king, living in the city, and living at the border. The Gyanis are living at the border. They are Brahmajyoti is a border. But some other devotees may be living in a city, Sarupya, Salokya. But the Raganugas, the special devotees, they are living in an atmosphere of Krishna's presence. So there is a difference even in that also again, these are all topics of nectar of devotion. Huh? Yeah, some go text, some can go to the Vaikuntha. That can be considered?
In the city, not in the palace.
Yeah, it is in the city. It may be in the place Samipya, but Vishnu's in the presence of Vishnu, not of Krishna.
You mentioned that Kripa Siddha is very rare. And we also have heard that by sadhana we cannot become Siddha. By sadhana we can
No, most of the people become Siddha by sadhana. We all are doing sadhana, but even in sadhana we need the mercy of devotee. We need the mercy of devotee, but it's not that without sadhana somebody can be delivered. Not doing any sadhana. There are two reasons. Either he must have already reached to the stage of bhav bhakti and then it was stopped by some reason. So in this life he has not done anything but he is delivered. Virtasur. Virtasur have not done any devotion in this life. But immediately he is delivered because already he reached to the bhav bhakti as a King Kshetraketu. So he was already 90% pass. So he got only needed 10% marks to pass. So this is a special cases. Well, these are the topics of nectar of devotion. So we finish the third verse, tomorrow we start fourth verse, okay? Let's see fourth verse. Yes, question? Mm-hmm.
Like Parikshit Maharaj, he left his body by the sitting in his posture and Pakshasana. What about Sudeva Goswami? How he left his body?
He is eternally living in the Golok Dham as a parrot of the Radharani. He simply came here for some purpose and then he left. How they left body? They never leave body. They are already Satchidanand bodies. They are all not ordinary people. Like the Yashoda, Devaki, they are Satchidanand. They are Vishuddha Sattva bodies. Their bodies are not like our bodies.
But like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has mentioned that
He never left body. He entered into the Tota Gopinath, but who knows? He went to the spiritual world. Even Narottam Das Thakur's body was not found. Only sacred thread was found.
something is there about Sudeva Goswami. When how he disappeared from this world.
Just to cheat the people, he may have disappeared through some process, but he is a liberated soul. So there may be some reason. We can find some explanation. How Radharani left, how Gopis left. So they are always living here and unmanifest. They never leave. They are an unmanifest Leela. They are manifest and unmanifest. Everybody is in Vrindavan. Krishna is here, Radharani is here, Gopis are here, Nanda Yashoda, they are all here. They are an unmanifest pastime. That is continuous going on. Only during the time of avatar, they have a temporary pastime. That is called avatar kal Leela, which is a prakat Leela or a manifest pastime. But they are as a unmanifest pastime, they are continuously going on. They never disappear. Mirabai. Her body was not found by anybody. This is not far, it is 500 years, 400 years back. All they are practical things. Hare Krishna. Yes. Anyway, you say somebody will tell me.
Prabhuji, it is mentioned that the devotees of the Lord, however, never fall down. And then there is another statement. Although fallen devotee may take his next.
You normally devotees never fall down, but even if some fall down, but there is no loss because he will start where he left. So this is a continuous statement. There is a definition, there is a translation of the verse of 10th canto. Devotee never fall. But then if they fall, there is a first canto. So there are different definition of the different verses. Okay.
What is the exact definition of fall down? Exact definition of fall down?
Context, in what context?
In the Buddhist context.
There's a one fall down is in a living life, some practice devotion and then give the devotion away and just become again like some gyani, karmi, whatever. That is a one type of fall down. One other fall down is he has done the devotion and maybe 90% and then he could not finish and he left body. That is also fall down. But then he will take another birth and will complete the rest of his bhakti there, from there. So fall down is in a different level. In one life fall down, many life fall downs, so there's a categories of fall down. So generally in this kind of terminology, he blooped. They used to call blooped. It means we pulled him out of the water, now he's again drowning. So this is the technology in ISKCON, blooped. So and so devotee blooped, again went into the material ocean. This is this life. But some devotees, they practice sincerely in this life, but still they cannot perfect for any reason. Then they will be taken, they will take another birth, and then they complete their things wherever they left. And maybe one life, two life, no problem, but they will be on a right path. It may take time. This is the area, no problem. Even those who are completely perfect, they will again take birth where Krishna's pastime is going on. And then he will actually do the real sir. Actually with the original devotees of Krishna. And then when Krishna goes from there, he will take them back to the spiritual world. Anyway, they have to come again where Krishna's pastime is going on. There's a normal procedure is like this. Not from here directly somebody can go to Golok Vrindavan.
So if the persons who are taking part in the Dharma in this area, like Govardhan or...
Yes, he can become here monkey. Yeah, not that he will go to the Golok Dham. If he lives like a monkey, he will become monkey, but he in Vrindavan. Krishna, those who are living in a dham will not be in the jurisdiction of Yamraj. But Krishna will purify them by putting him in some species of life to purify them before they can be eligible to go to Golok Dham. We live here and we'll go to Golok Dham. It's not true. It's not true. If we are eligible, then we can go. Otherwise, you can come here as a tree and see the Krishna's pastime. You are happy in that to be a tree, no problem. The trees are also the great devotees in Vrindavan.
If someone is cutting the tree for making so many,
Then he will become tree next life and somebody will cut him. Yeah.
But for the seva of Krishna, if in seva of Krishna, the plants are getting cut and
making a temple and gosala,
Hmm?
making a temple and gosala if someone cuts the
Yeah, if there's something is used for Krishna's purpose, then there's no karma involved. As for Jagannath Rath Yatra, there's a full forest in Jagannath Puri. Every year they have to make new Rath. So those trees are most fortunate trees that they become the carrier of Jagannath. So they are special trees. Some tree is used for the altar of Radha Krishna. It's a very pious tree, definitely very fortunate tree, no doubt.
Sometimes pesticides are also used for the survival of the plants.
Same will come in our food. Yes, you put the pesticide in the food and it will come back to you. You have to suffer. Hare Krishna. Our subject matter is over. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji
Yes.
said that we all were in Golokdham with the
Who said? Who said? Who said?
Prabhuji said that हम सभी भगवान के घर में थे, but
उधर भक्ति शास्त्री भी नहीं कोई कराता है. Then you have to come and do bhakti shastri here. So, बोला आप होंगे हम नहीं थे हम तो. You might have been there, but I was never there. I am fallen soul of a conditioned material. I am trying to be practicing devotion. I was never there. जाएंगे वो. वहाँ थे यहाँ कैसे आ गए? Anyway, if somebody asks me question, I can say this Vrindavan is not different than original Vrindavan, right? Then why people are coming and going back? Wow, who is pushing them to go back? They live here. They are going, it means you can come from there also. If you just go there for sightseeing, then you will come back. If you go there for living, then you can stay there. Anyway, this is a very debatable topic in ISKCON. Never decided where we were in a Vaikuntha, not. We are always with Krishna wherever we are. That's good.